Kemper Memorial Park, where Mark Schumer, who's one of the guardians of this, precious ground, is straightening out the banner here. These were your neighbors. Remember our 99 fallen Logan heroes from World War II. Take your children to our memorial parks and monuments. Teach them the values that lend meaning to our lives and to the life of our nation. Above all, take the time to honor our fellow Americans who have given their last full measure of devotion to our country and for the freedom we cherish on this July 4th, 2009. Thank you very much. Is there a picture here on the front of people that...
These are actually the pictures of the high school kids who served in World War II and who died. They all went to Mamaroneck High School.
Oh, wow. So, and
it's named after Richard M. Kemper because it was his mother and father who bought the property in honor of their son, and he died at Normandy. And they bought the property and they raised a building that was on the property, and they donated it to the school. And they asked the school district to incorporate World War II into the curriculum and the 99 into the curriculum, so that way they would always remember. And they created this park, and they planted all of these pine trees where there used to be buildings, and they're like white pines, and that's what's living
right
where the soldiers aren't. So it's just nice. But
so we're going over to the monument here. When did they put these wreaths? Memorial Day? That's beautiful.
And on the monument is the name of all 99. 98 men and one woman. The woman who died over there, she was a nurse and she was working with the Red Cross.
Where did she?
In Belgium.
Belgium.
Died.
Oh, there's John
Marcella.
John
J.
Marcella. Yeah.
Was in a tank with Guido Lancia. Was on there too.
Really? So they came from the same town and served together?
And died together.
Wow.
And now they rest in peace.
Anzio, wow.
In Louisville, Kentucky. They only took some of they didn't really have their remains. They had just
parts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Solomon Blechman was a rabbi.
Is there a place online that has the full list?
Oh yeah, we got our own website.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, I'll show it to you at the house. It's really a very cool website.
Yeah, really cool website, and we have big plans for this park to really beautify.
It's a beautiful space.
It is. A lot of shade. But they planted these trees were living memorials when they set this up.
But what was the controversy that
the school wanted to
expand or
No.
They wanted to take the memorial, move it down, and make this into partial soccer field. They were going to take that football field and turn it
the other way
and make two fields together. And the point was that they would have to take down these trees, which were
that's
which
sacred.
Were living
That's sacred.
memorials. How can you do that?
Yeah.
Also, Richard Kemper, who died, his sister, she's 90 years old. She's still alive. So there was the donation to the school district was twofold. One was the land, and one was the renovation of the property. And what Jean said, her name is Jean Kemper, what she said is that it was always clear that the property was donated because it would stay in perpetuity as a memorial that just could not be moved. And the school district in rough times needs fields, but they had to get more creative and figure out other ways.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there were creative ways of circumventing that.
That's correct. So the Preservation Fund, which is my organization, we became a 501c3, and our intention is to find ways to make this make this more prominent in the minds of residents in the village, and the school district. And we
So
work
where
very-
there is, you mentioned that there is that curriculum.
There
There's
is-
a curriculum in the social studies
Is it real- is
department,
it being
and there's an
done
essay
or
yes,
over the last
this?
5 years?
Because the social studies teacher is part of
Oh,
this
great.
group.
Yeah.
And there's another teacher that works in the middle school who is also very, very involved. And now they have an essay contest where 2 people are selected each year for
Winning
a question
essays.
related to this memorial. And yeah, that has been really phenomenal. They had another, what else did they have? I think they had students that came and helped to plant the flowers to beautify.
Have there been any projects where, let's say, kids have done like oral histories?
Well,
and
that's what they're trying.
I mean,
we're
that would be
doing
a
this
great
now.
thing
It's
to like
happening now.
digitize
What's going
Yes.
on
your
right
interviews or scan memorabilia
Yeah,
that
and
that's
people
from those
like-
families.
Since the controversy, World War II vets who are still alive, who live in the community, they go to the middle school and they go to the high school when the core subject becomes World War II.
Right.
And they talk about their own personal
Experiences.
experiences. And now some of the students are beginning to do oral,
Right.
history. They're going to be interviewing.
Yeah, then there
these
could be an
veterans.
archive of,
Absolutely.
Yes.
And we
so
got
that the current students can draw upon the past work.
That's right. And our website's now, the Kemper Memorial website is going to have more of a historical perspective and an educational perspective, and we're going to tie it to the Mamaroneck School District's website. So we're going
That's
to try to
great.
do those kinds of
There's a
things.
lot of great things happening. And so there's always there's a Memorial Day
Service, there's a
Service,
Veterans Day
Veterans,
service, and then there's
And the essay.
an essay contest, which is around Memorial Day,
Oh.
but it's separate from Memorial Day.
And then there's something else. There's a group called Wreaths Across America. And it's,
Yeah, because I imagine if you could tie it in with other communities that do the same kind of thing, I'm
Mark-
sure that goes,
Mark,
exists.
Explain the Wreaths Across America, what that is.
About 20 or 30 years ago, there's a company up in Maine, and I forget the name of the company. She just brought it up, but we'll look on the website and we'll see what their name is. But anyway, the owner, they cultivate and have the fir trees and everything else that make the wreaths. And so it's a guy who every year he drives down 10,000 wreaths to Arlington National Cemetery, and he plants one wreath on as many graves as he
Wow.
can, and he donates it. And that's his way of saying thank you, because he never served. So they go down Route 1 from Maine all the
Wow.
way to Washington. So about 2-3 years ago, we sent them a letter and we told them about our park here and our organization, and we asked them if they would make a stop here on their way down. Well, 2 years ago they stopped, and last year they stopped, and they have these big, like,
It's-
60-foot trucks with the big
Wow.
signs on it, and we have
police escorts,
and
motorcycle
escorts of the of veteran motorcycle, and it's like in December. So 2 years ago it snowed, and it was
During the
exhilarating.
ceremony.
During the ceremony, it was really
And
exhilarating.
then we serve them
Right,
lunches,
right.
a lunch.
But that'll
before
be
they
on the
go
website
off.
also.
Okay.
It's very touching. It's really very, very, very nice. But he has kids from Maine come with him, and I think they still have some kind of a junior civil guard up in Maine, and they help him plant place the wreaths on the graves, and they go section
For
by
the-
section.
for the
But
memorial.
once again, 10,000 wreaths.
Right, I'm sure those
It's very
kids, those
touching.
kids
People-
remember that,
people are in tears.
At his
Yeah.
expense, it's all free, and it's fabulous.